Welcome, in front of me is a Redmi Note 10 Pro, and today I'll show you how to go through the setup process of this device. And to get started, once you boot it up, you will see this screen right here, so simply tap on the arrow right here and select your desired language. On the next page you can select your region, assuming it is not correctly selected. For me it is, so I'm just gonna stick with this one and go further to the keyboard selection. Now by default this probably will select the correct keyboard for majority of us, but for the selected few you also have the option for talkback braille keyboard. If you wish to choose this one, you're free to do so. So now let's go to the next page, to the terms and conditions. So obviously you can read the terms and conditions to know what you're agreeing to, or you can be probably like majority of us and just select it and go next page. Now here your phone starts looking for the SIM card. If it finds none, then it gives you an option to check again or simply go further with disregarding the lack of it. And then next page we have Wi-Fi connection. So you can either again connect to it or skip it if you don't feel like it. By skipping it and also the SIM connection, you do lose the ability to log into your Google account. So that is something that you can do later on once the setup is complete, once you connect to Wi-Fi or insert a SIM card. But anyway, I'm gonna skip this for now. Next page we have Google Services. So we have location, scanning, and sending user and diagnostic data. Now if you don't want any of those, you can simply disable it. I'm not gonna be bothering with it. So let's go further. And then we have screen lock. So we have either a fingerprint option or pin pattern or password. Now if you want to go with a fingerprint, you are still required to set up some kind of physical screen lock option. Like I said, pin pattern and password. That is because if something happens to your finger, you cut it, or maybe the fingerprint sensor gets damaged, you just lost ability to access your device. So having a screen lock, a physical one, will help you out with this one. So I'm gonna go with only a screen lock, and I'm gonna select pattern right here. Now it does give me a message that I need to remember my password, and from there let's draw pattern, redraw the same pattern once more and confirm it. Then we have additional settings. Some of them repeat, some of them are super obnoxious and intrusive, and some of them I don't really care about. So going quickly over those, we have location, obviously allows us to access your location. It's referring to things like, for instance, Google Maps or maybe some smart appliances application, because those for some reason always want your location. Then we have send diagnostic data automatically. So basically gathers data and sends it automatically. I'm not sure like what the other option is, because if you disable it, it just doesn't send it automatically. So meaning, I don't know, when you connect to internet it sends it, I have no clue. But anyway, next one is automatic system updates. So when Android gets a new system update, it will automatically update it. So that is a decent option. Then below that we have the most obnoxious and intrusive thing ever, personalized ads, which basically searches on how you use the device and what you search for, and then gives you ads based on your search results, or your search history. And then we have user experience programs, so just some additional things as an experimental things. So like I said, if you don't want any of those, you can disable them. And now, as you just seen, I disabled all of them and none of them gave me any problem. But the personalized ads, which is the biggest trash here, is the only one that also gives you pop-up, are you sure you want to disable it? So let's go to the next page, where we get to choose our launcher. Launcher meaning how your apps will be shown. So we have the classic, which is what I would compare to an iPhone experience with all your apps smack in the middle of the home screen. And then the other one, App Drawer, just hides some of the apps and makes them accessible in an app drawer. So select which one you want, and from here you can finish up the setup. Okay, and there we go. As you can see, now the setup is finished. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.